Lock it in. I'm excited to see who we're going to be starting off here on today. And KLA and J-Team already in a scrap of sorts over here. J-Team's XLY here with the cannon, trying to find some shots out onto KLA. KLA trying to break away here, looking for some potential loot. J-Team's Lee, the only one with the shield here. KLA looking to break away, try to find some of that loot that they're going to need to engage here. Because CXE here, nothing under them whatsoever. No pots, no armor, no weapons, nothing. So KLA really just trying to avoid these grapples and find their way in as we move over to Team BBE here. Roy Shishi and their team engaging with the members of Team TE. Han trying to come in with the pole sword, getting canceled out there, going to be forced to use the F early here, and immediately going to go down as Ivan lands a huge ultimate here on that Tessa, looking to clean up the fight. T's LYD is going to go down now. Now it's Leo in a 1v3. Leo just trying to hold the blue, wants to contest it for as long as possible, keep BBE busy, but it's not going to be too long as they clean up and find their first 3 eliminations of the game.
Yeah, that was huge, but cutting back to KLA and J-Team in the middle of this fight right now. CXZ finds his health bar completely stripped away as he's just trying to find an opportunity to get back into the mix. For 17 is going to go down, unleashing with the dual swords though, able to take out Lee, but he's 1 versus 2. J-Team tidy this one up. QGG unable to hold as well. J-Team going to be able to pick Lee up, walk out the victors of that fight. Now DRG getting themselves in a fight here versus GG. You can see LXM able to get all of the damage he needs to be able to set this one up. And GG, we joined this fight late, but it was over quick.
Yeah, very, very quick indeed. GG here, more than happy to pick up the spoils of war. 3 eliminations under their belt. Going to be joining the likes of J-Team and BBE towards the head of this game. As we take a look over here, City of Tang, we're going to see JDG and 521 in close proximity to one another, looking to go ahead and pick up some of that loot. Now, I misspoke. This is not City of Tang. It looked like it was for just a second there. 521 breaking away, though. They don't want to take that early game engagement. They don't have their ultimates up just quite yet, and looking to wait for those Realms of Yang, likely, given that they're playing Sand Siphon here. BBE, though, will find Fun plus Phoenix here. We're going to see a Tessa ult invested. It doesn't look like, no, it does land onto one person. Roy Shishi here, holding on to that Viper ult as they try to find an opening into this fight. Their team going to come in and cover. Water going to pick up by double staffs here and take a ton of damage. Ivan going to pick up that elimination. Zhao Yui coming in and going to drop onto Roy Shishi's head as we see Roy getting extremely low here, looking to take the time to get a pot off here. We're going to see Don Quinn go down, but it is a 3v1 now, so no need for BBE here to invest those ultimates. They just need to wait for the Fairy Mech to time out here, and then it's going to be easy pickings for them to clean up the elimination. Zhao Yui here extremely low, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. BBE going to win that fight with just a single Tesla ultimate, still maintaining 2 of those ultimates, doing what the skirmishing team does best, able to maintain those ultimates for the potential of a third party or to continue to pressure on and find another team.
That was huge from Fat Milk as well, because normally you see a lot of Wushens kind of just throw all of their win walls down very early. He actually was saving them every time they repositioned on the Feria. Another wind wall went up in front of them, and then you have to reposition again. It would just block so much damage and just completely wasted that mech transform there from the Feria. So it was really, really well played by Fat Milk playing the Wushen. Absolutely amazing. Now Alliance finding themselves in a scrap here versus GG. You can see the chasing onto CJ, gets the freeze down here with the ultimate coming in from the Justina, making that nice and easy. Quick Wushen port out. Do not want to be dealing with that one. Are inside the Bane's Breath. That is the Bane's Breath owned by them, so they're not under any threat. Means they get a free heal off, and GG just need to run away and reset as CJS unfortunately hasn't been picked up here, so GG going to be down a teammate for a little bit unless they can find one of those rebirth charms. I know they've got the revive, don't worry, I'm an idiot, they're in ghost form. GG gonna have all 3 people, but they have wasted one of their revives, unfortunately, off the back of that one. Alliance, this Justina Stun looked pretty cool, pretty good in these little skirmishes, to be honest.
Yeah, I really enjoy the Justina pick coming in, right? In trios, you find even more value out of it if you're running that V1, right? As long as you're hitting multiple targets, you're getting resets on the ultimate. You can keep doing it. We saw there Justina connecting onto 2 targets, not twice, but 3 times in that fight. maintaining a ton of those charges. The teleport, of course, coming out from the Wu Chen, meaning that they don't get extra value out of the charges that they were able to hold on to there. But it means that they have been practicing. They've got the skill to make sure that they are aware to capture those extra targets so they can get those resets. As we take a look, we're going to turn over to J Team here, engaging with Team BBE. Roy Shishi and Aizen on the bot side here, looking to give pursuit. We're going to see the grapples go up. Roy Shishi just doing a little bit of looting. They're not quite fully engaged into this fight yet. They're looking for the opportunity to find it. XLY, though, going to go airborne here with that pole sword, looking for some extra loot here and getting some information for the team. We are going to see now Zem caught out by Team BBE. BBE as well with that second early Bane's Breath of the game, going to be locking this fight down. The Tesla ult coming in to keep them locked into place as well. Roy Shishi just continuing to keep the pressure up. The Karumi from Team J Team. Lee here forced to go ahead and invest that ultimate. They can shift it once, so we're going to see if that comes through for them very soon. But J Team feeling a ton of pressure. BBE going to take their time here. They have the Bane's Breath. They're going to take the reset as J Team tries to break away, looking to find a couple of pots. Roy Shishi with the musket, taking a couple of pop shots, keeping the pressure up. Aizen looking to force their way into the formation on the front side of J Team here, and J Team able to get most of a full reset here, but crucially, BBE still with all three ultimates here. Now we're going to see the Wu Chen ult getting invested. We're going to see the Viper ult coming through as well, looking to lock down the members of J Team. They can find one here. Zem going to get picked out. Can they find the second one to XLY? XLY going to use that Takeda shove to save themselves for now, but Lee going to find themselves completely separated. XLY coming through with the ultimate to cover for Lee. Is going to find some success. They pick up Roy Shishi. Aizen coming in now. XLY, that's going to be the last charge there. They're going to also eat the follow-up ultimate coming in, and BBE is going to clean up this fight. Lee locked down, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. BBE comes out on top of J Team and goes to 9 eliminations.
BBE just absolutely opening the day on a statement, climbing up the total score points. Keep in mind, they haven't played yet, so they're 13th in the standings overall, but this is their first game. Every other team above them, not every other team, but most of the teams above them are ones who have played at least 6 games at this point. They are just starting off on a statement here. Absolutely mad aggression coming in from BBE. Fat Milk looking really, really good on that Wu Shen. Very, very powerful. As you can see, the zone is closing up, so we'll see the Realm of Yang spawning up fairly soon. See who's going to get their hands onto that. A lot of these people have used their revives. Obviously going to be a little bit hesitant after losing out and then having to restock on gear before jumping into a Realm of Yang. Teams like BBE, I would be surprised if BBE don't jump into a Realm of Yang, to be honest with you. Trying to see where they are on the map, actually. I've completely lost sight of them.
With their
aren't they?
Yeah, with their pacing, it would make sense for them to take a Realm of Yang. The thing is they are playing skirmish comp, right? So they're not really going to find a ton of success on this comp just because Wu Chen is a little nerfed inside of Realm of Yang, right? That reposition doesn't do your team too much. So they could see it as being fairly risky. I do believe they also took the blooms off of all the teams that they've eliminated. So they don't have blooms in the back pocket. They may just play for some mid-game aggression and wait out these Realms of Yang. We're going to see here our first Realm of Yang is going to be KLA versus Team Alliance. KLA here on that more traditional cannonball comp, looking to pressure in onto Alliance. Alliance coming in here, that Justina coming through for the anti cannonball comp. Yeah, looking for a good freeze. Is gonna find a huge freeze out onto the members of KLA, but it's not gonna be enough here as the Yodo here, CXZ covering for the team, doing a ton of damage. Now 17 into the cannonball mech itself here, putting a ton of pressure onto Alliance's bow, opening things up for QGG to continue pressuring the other members of Team Alliance while they have that cannon coverage coming through. Bo trying to cover for the team, but 17 continuing to position themselves between the members of KLA and the members of Alliance. But Bo and Rain here able to open up the opportunity to pick up that elimination onto CXZ. It is now a 2v2. QGG and 17 versus Bo and Lane. QGG coming in with the nunchucks, going to find some clean hits on both Bo and Lane.
No.
Bo going extremely low. He's looking to come back in with the staff. The Merciless Havoc going to pick up QGG. QGG going to take a ton of damage. One hit in a dream. There it is. It's a 2v1. 17 needs to find the elimination onto Bo, but they're going to get blocked out here. Bo going to come in. He does get that pot off for the shield. Advanced heal in the back pocket. Going to do a ton for him as blue shield completely returned. KLA lose control of the situation, and it's Team Alliance who come out on top.
That Justina freeze, man, was so huge from Alliance. But they also did so much work with the Yota at the beginning of the fight, absolutely shredding through the health bars. Obviously, going to take themselves the Vermilion Birds Might. I know we have a new buff, but Vermilion Birds Might still definitely the safer bet to be taking after those first round with Yang. Now coming over to FBX, who've got themselves in a fight versus Bowder inside this round with Yang. It's going to be our deciding fight here. Water almost got the final hit onto Jing. FPX are down a player, but it looks like they're going to be able to equalize out the score there. 2v2, make that a 1v2 as Water now has to go up versus Yaran. He's going to find him, isolate him off with the swords, gets himself one. Peak, now it's the 1 versus 1. Water with a health disadvantage, his shield is low. He's going to lose all of his shield. Peak's keeping him up in the air, but Water's found an opening with those dual swords, with the halberds doing so much work to Peak. They're both low. It's blinking health bars. Water goes down. Peak clutches it.
Oh my goodness, Team Bowda coming out on top there. Inside the realm of Yang. You love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to be 4 Vermilion Birds Might up on the map, because for the first time in a long time, we saw a Morris Blessing coming through on the map with Vermilion Birds Might as well. This is going to be a lot of teams scrambling to pressure the rest of the lobby. Things are going to pick up very quickly. KLA and 521, who lose their respective realm of Yangs, are now going head to head here on the same revive. The team that comes out on top is going to find themselves back in the game. The other team going to be eliminated. 17 here caught out on the edge of that sand tornado. Tumult, and just getting tossed back and forth here between Tumult and the Takeda. Pampy trying to keep the members of KLA locked down, but unfortunately Pampy is going to go down to the pressure from the Yueshan here on Team KLA. KLA now in a 3v2. Unique extremely low. The pillar still available here for Team KLA as well. Unique able to catch some of those staff hits out onto 17, keeping the pressure up, but 17 not going to let this go. Able to jump above the horizontal. QGG follows it up, and KLA comes out on top. They get the blooms they need to come back into the game, and they send Team 521 back to the lobby.
This is my favorite thing about the fact that we have 3 Roma Yangs at the beginning of the game. It means there's 6 teams with Vermilion Birds Mites who are obviously going to be wanting to look because they have a get out of jail card with that. Then you also have 6 teams who need to find fights because they've got the Roma Yang debuff on them, and they need to get those blooms. It makes it such a bloody, early sections of the game. I absolutely love it. And Bowder looking to use their Vermilion Birds Might and hunt down onto JDG, see if they can find themselves a kill. JDG, though, they've been pushed towards FBX, who also have this Ramayang debuff on them. So they are going to be looking to try and capitalize on this fight, but they don't want to be jumping into the middle of 2 teams fighting it out. The no ult zone is popped, and this fight starting to get messy. Now where you don't have those ults to rely on, you can find yourself in a bit of danger here. Yaran gets caught inside that Whisper, is going to be able to break away from it, jumps back out and instantly pops the Yoto ultimate. Gonna look to try and put some damage into the members of JDG here, just trying to hit those slices with the swords, unable to really get too much off there, as we do see a transform coming in from the edge on to that mech coming in, as it actually looks like FPX have joined into the fray as well. Dongqing immediately losing a lot of their HP, is going to try and heal themselves up, did get the bloom so they cleanse themselves of any danger, and at that point it's okay. They're going to reset, get some armor back, as Jing on the edge of the no ult zone, just letting the cannon fire rip through everybody. Bowder's Yaran going down in the middle of the fight. FPX Dongqing able to cleanse himself, now chasing up Water and him, just going to make their way out of here. They've got their soul blooms. Xiaohu did go down, unfortunately, for FPX, but they were able to bring 2 members back into this game.
Well, not only that, FPX has more than enough Darktide coins to buy them back. So as long as there's charms still available in the shop, they're going to be able to get their third player back up. This zone out here has a ton of bodies in it, right? They're going to be able to come back out in the zone because it's early zone, pick through this loot, get their player back into the game as long as they play the smart. We're taking a look here. JDG, though, trying to keep both members of the team alive here. PP just trying to get these resurrections. They're able to get Tutik back in. They need to get to Keiki here and pull them back in. PP will take the time to pop back up here. That heal cut going to come very soon as the zone continues to press away from them, but it looks like they're able to get that res off and get them back into the game here. So JDG going to hold on here in this game as we cut over to team BBE here. This team absolutely putting in work this game. 12 eliminations under their belt right now and continuing to keep the pressure up. They did not take that Realm of Yang, and like I said, they're playing the skirmishing comp. It makes sense for them not to take the early Realm of Yang, but we are going to see this next Realm of Yang getting ready to come through, and I don't know if they're going to opt to take this Yang or they're looking to grief it away from EWG. If they can keep a single member of EWG out of the Realm of Yang, it's going to be pretty bad for them, but it looks like all three able to get in. They are going to be one of the first teams in. GG on the other side already took their Draco Storm, so now EWG is going to get this Realm of Yang for free. We're going to take a look at which buff they are going to opt for, whether it's going to be the Draco Storm or they're going to take the White Tiger. We will see momentarily. 4 seconds left on the clock. They're waiting out for as long as possible to take hold of that buff, and I do believe it looks like they opt for the I think that's Draco Storm, if I'm not mistaken.
I love that Mystic Might just wasn't even in the question, because if you think about last season, Mystic Might would have been the go-to at that point. Not many people took Draco Storm, so it's nice to see the Draco Storm has returned in priority, because it's been a hot minute since this buff was really that sought after by the teams and by players. 13 minutes on the clock now, and you see that BBE have got DRG right behind them. DRG with their back to the zone, looking to see if they can find themselves a hunt. BBE, remember, they've done some serious work at the beginning of this game, starting on a 9 bomb. Don't really need to do too much more right now. They can probably just wait this out for a little bit, get a little bit more placement points, and then look to try and pick some people up at the end of the game. Still, plenty of players and plenty of teams left in the lobby. 10 teams and 30 players in this game right now, so there's still plenty to play for. Got 13 minutes left on the clock before we do hit that final circle, the complete collapse of the final circle. We'll keep our eyes on where the players are going to be looking to kind of play for. JT suffered an early loss at the beginning of this game, but nonetheless still have 4 kills under their belt, but definitely struggling a little bit off the back of that, seeming as having a quick look at the gear. All got the blue armor, so very easy to pick off. When you think about it, there's, Yoto's right now. Late game Yoto absolutely going to shred through some of these blue health bars on some of these teams. We are just getting a replay of EWG versus 521. This was our... Did we watch this one? No, this is the one we missed. So we missed this one. Yeah. EWG's 9 with the fans here. Just putting some work in versus Pampy. Pampy, I got his back pinned to the wall. Lovely little counter actually did come out from Pampy in the middle of this, though. So it wasn't completely one-sided. Able to pick his fans back up, though. And actually switched out to the dual swords. 9, though, just getting consistently countered. Every time he tries to join into the fight, finds himself getting countered. But 5-1 at the man disadvantage. Pampy gets 3v1'd, and EWG able to take themselves the win off that one. But they're the only 3 kills they've picked up this game inside the realm of Yang. Other than that, it's been a relatively quiet game from these guys, but they are pretty geared right now. Everybody rocking purple armor, purple weapons. Actually, I think they've got a couple of gold weapons as well on to 14, and can't remember the other player's name. Completely brain farted there. So pretty geared up towards these final circles, so they need to translate that into kills, into points. Otherwise, there's no point getting all that gear.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a look now, though, GG coming up here onto Plume Castle, looking to potentially make a move. Quite a few teams here, Bao.te as well, as we had into Zone 3, collapsing onto Zone 4. Things going to get a little crowded with 30 players left remaining alive here in game number 1. A lot of kills on the board already for Team BBE as well. They have those 12 eliminations under their belt. They have avoided the Realm of Yangs in Phase 1 and Phase 2, which makes sense given the particular team comp that they are playing. They're doing exactly what that comp does well, right? They're weaving in and out of fights, picking up eliminations, and then re-weaving back in as soon as abilities have gone off cooldown. Just kind of the classic version of that skirmish comp now that Tessa's replaced the Yodo, and Yodo has moved on to Cannonball comp. Taking a look, we have Fun plus Phoenix looking to push into the Fight Club, breaking out here inside of Plumed Castle, Dongjing Water, and of course, Zhao Hui just trying to find a breakaway in, going to use the bell there, use both bells actually there off the back of that repeating crossbow to get some information about what's going down here and pressure on to Team TE as we turn our attention over to DRG. Looking to open a stash, it seems like, over here, or waiting for the team who has the key to show up, potentially. DRG, with these very interesting strats, they like to draw teams into situations like this. It would not surprise me if they were the team who opened the stash and drew these victims in. And sure enough, it's Team Alliance who's answered the call, and DRG playing the ranged game here. All of their ultimates online, so just looking for a good opening as we cut back to Plumed Castle. GG going head-to-head with J Team, and I do believe TE fighting another team on the other side here. LXM looking to break away here. Needs to be careful. Caught out in the siphon by the tumult. We are going to see the sand go away here. And now GG with the opportunity to re-engage. Again, it's what this skirmishing comp does best, right? They're able to go in, blow a couple of ults, use Wu Chen to reposition, and then pressure on. And sure enough, J-Team sand siphon comp here with no ults available to them whatsoever. But GG still with that Wu Chen ult available, able to keep the pressure up here, now knowing that Sand Siphon doesn't have those ultimates in the back pocket, and they want to pressure on to J-Team. J-Team's them getting caught out in the back line, does have the Kurumi tether on them, but the grapples keeping them locked down. The third-party potential coming in, so GG needs to be careful here as those cannon shots ring out. They're going to change tactics here and start to play at range, try to position up the hill above these teams, trying to eliminate the potential of the third party from JDG, who's looking to secure the Moore's Blessing. XLY trying to break away here, but doing so, Lee, the Kurumi, is going to crumble here, and now J-Team with no healer is likely going to crumble. The target selection coming in from the members of Team GG, Fun plus Phoenix, extremely good, knowing the healer going to clutch those fights out for them, keep them alive. Now J-Team with no way to bring back their downed members, going to be forced entirely out of this fight, and it looks like they're going to be heading into late game with just 2 members left alive.
Yeah, that's the issue. J-Team, they weren't really able to put the armor together, the gear together, and now LXY finds himself taken out by GG, and J-Team just down to the single player Zem up on the high ground here at Plume Castle, just trying to avoid getting caught, and now it's just placement for J-Team. They've got 4 kills, so it's not like it's a terrible thing. If they can get a good multiplier, they will be able to put some points together, but GG just camping the body, making sure there's no way LXY comes back. And that is going to be the final nail in the coffin there. J-Team purely going to be playing for those placement points. You can see FPX and JDG down on the low ground. GG quite happily holding this high ground here. They're actually going to find out PP instantly out with a Viper stun on TK and on to the other player. PP getting himself in some serious danger. GG just cashing on those kills like it was nothing. Easy little pickup for them, holding this high ground, and just the instant snap of LXM there to throw the ultimate down was so key for them getting both of those kills. And GG off the back of that one, going to be sitting pretty happy with their own 7 kills. So they're catching up with BBE on the kill chart right now. BBE, in the meanwhile, not actually exactly sure where they are. They're probably just finding themselves a nice little rock. Yeah, there they are, hiding off in the distance. As Han just going to grab the last little loot here. Anything that he can get for himself. As he's going to reposition, using the big farting rock to get himself up onto a higher ground. GG quite happy. Going to force Water actually away, taking out a massive chunk of his shield. Not going to really follow up. They're quite happy with just burning some resources. And I think this is that stage of the game, Rune, where the players, all they're really looking to do is get themselves a good position where they can not be under threat, but also pressure the resources of the people in the game. If you look at Roy He right now, they've got 4 pots for shield and for healing for the regular health bar. So a couple of cannon fire. Those resources are just going to get burnt through here. You can see EWG burning so much. A lot of their shields getting heavily taken down. They throw down the sandstorm as well, just so they have a safety net to avoid getting hit by any more cannon fire while they full heal themselves back up. And GG, they're not letting up any of this pressure. They're keeping it up onto EWG and just forcing them away as GG quite happily now going to take control of this area. Bane's breath actually had been thrown down in the area, so everybody has to be a little bit careful of that one. It's just kind of a scattered array of where the players are set up right now.
Yeah, GG doing an excellent job keeping other players off the Morse Blessing. They don't really have the comp to secure it right now, given how many players are left in the lobby, but they are utilizing what they do have in the back pocket there to keep these other teams off of it, deny them resources, and either eventually the Storm is going to swallow it up, or these Team GG will be able to secure it once they continue to force these other players off of it. Team TE here taking some shots at Alliance, really trying to pressure Alliance out from this position. They want to have the coverage of that rock at the end of the circle, but Alliance not giving it up easy here as they're going to go ahead and invest that Yoda ultimate. Han going to return the favor to be able to avoid that first blade, wants to teleport away, and is going to end up not finding any value out of the ultimate outside of the teleports. If Team Alliance wants to, they can pressure back in. Cannon shots coming up onto Han. Team TE now going to be caught out between DRG as well. TE making the mistake here. They commit to the fight. They throw the ultimate. Now TE is completely separated. We're going to see, oh my goodness, the other team coming in. DRG going to pick up Han as well. TE makes a crucial mistake here heading into zone 6. They commit to a fight and then back out once burning ultimates. Unfortunately for Team TE, that means they lose their Yodohime and a crucial part of their comp. LYD now caught in a corner as well. GG and DRG happy to clean up the scraps here and take the easy eliminations. Team TE on the way out this lobby.
Yeah, it's classic, isn't it? Classic Naraka. Once the sharks smell the blood in the water, everybody swarms. If you take a bad fight, you're the one with low health bar. You're the one who's going to be getting jumped here. Fat Milk actually losing a lot of HP. His winnable did not really do much for him. Yaran trying to force some pressure on as Roy gets himself caught out here by EWG, instantly popping the ultimate. 2 ults actually getting popped. They're going to try and get the revive off. They do actually pick one up, so BBE keep themselves in this game for just a little longer, but that Flamer, that might just be enough to take them down. Yes, it was. DRG taking out Ivan with the Flamer. Absolutely beautiful work coming in from there. Roy, he gets himself up onto the high ground where he can get some pops off, but it's not going to be enough. Taken down by Dongqing's Yoto ultimate there. Beautifully aimed, beautifully shot, able to secure that kill, and now it is just super scrappy here for this high ground. Everybody trying to hold it. LXM gets himself pushed back by the ultimates, by the Flamers, and just loses so much HP. Quickly repositioned there by the Wushen so he can heal up, but Bowder are in the area. This could be very dangerous for GG. They're just trying to heal themselves up, themselves back into this one, as you can see, but Yaran pressuring forwards, trying to get some damage onto GG, but they have been able to find themselves a reset. And most crucially, Zen is still in this game. J-Team Zen being able to find himself a nice bush away from the action, away from all of the bloodbath. He's just playing placements right now, just trying to hold on into this game for as long as possible. Dongqing up in the sky, just getting some shots off here from that mech. Zen not been spotted out. This could be dangerous as Leo eating the cannon fire from Dongqing. So many transforms coming in, so many mechs on the field. Leo is going to lose their one. We can see the LXM throwing down the Viper stun onto 3. All of Alliance find themselves caught out, and GG taking out Moonlight with the fans off on the sideline. So getting 4 actually with that stun from Viper. Most crucially, Alliance were able to hold themselves, but Ibo, low HP, going to find themselves in a bit of danger, needs to try and reposition and heal up. GG just doing a quick reset on the weapons. Bo is going to go down for Yiran. Bowder able to secure that kill, and now it is just such a bloodbath. Everybody trying to stay up. Zen, one of those players up in the sky, just avoiding getting taken out and playing for as high a placement as they possibly can. Alliance actually finding the time inside the zone to get the heal off, get the revive off, but the Tessa stun hits the entire team instantly, jumping in with a freeze, trying to lock people in place, but finds himself immediately caught out. 1, 2, 3, Alliance are gonna fall. All of the damage coming in from GG. Beautiful pick up there. They've got 1 player left standing, and I don't think they're going to be standing for long in the middle of all of this. There are still 7 players, 11 players, and 7 teams in this game. GG, LXM opening up onto Bo. Down goes the final player there from Alliance, picking them up like it's nothing. They've got the stun as well. GG in a commanding position with 14 kills on the board, and they are looking to just dot the I's, cross the T's, and close this one out. Another kill for GG as FPX Xiaohu goes down. Flamer pressuring up. Wushin gets himself into a position where he could be in a little bit of danger, but GG able to make sure that LXM is going to get himself safe. 50 seconds until the circle fully closes out. And by some miracle, J-Team still have them in the game. He's still applying multiplier, still applying placement points here for his team. Just hopping around, avoiding the danger, but this should just be him done. Toasted by the Flame Spitter on the edge of the circle. No room for him to go. And there it is, GG. They don't drop a single player. Dongqing going to be the only one up. It's going to have to be a bloody miracle from him, and I don't think he's got enough in the bank to be able to hold on to this one. I say that, but the O2 ultimate comes out. He's actually doing some work here. Instantly caught out by the sun. And there it is.